It's time for your grandmother to downsize and to find a new place that's smaller, and she needs a microwave for her new kitchen. Now your grandmother, her eyesight is not so good, and she would like a microwave that is easy to use and has buttons that you can feel. She does not like those touch surface appliances because it's hard to identify those buttons. It's hard to read those labels. So you go to the store and you look at all the microwaves. And all the microwaves have these flat touch surface controls. There's 20 million people, over 20 million people in the US that have some type of vision loss. Yet you go to the store and you try to find a microwave with buttons you can feel. It's very tough. And I don't know why this is, but it means there's a lot of people that are visually impaired that are using these flat touch surface appliances. So how do they adapt? What do they do? I found the answer at ABVI. This is the Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. And this is a local organization. It is the place, the go-to place, to learn how to live with low vision. In their facility, they have a training kitchen. And this training kitchen is where they can teach you how to use all the kitchen appliances. If you look closely at their microwave, there's a clear bump over the one. And there's a clear bump over the stop. These are called, appropriately, bump dots. These bump dots are the tactile identification for that microwave. So you put them on the different controls that are important for that appliance. And this is how people that are visually impaired modify touch surface appliances for their use. Another example is their oven. And there are these bright orange bump dots. These are for people that have partial vision, and it helps them as a visual cue. There's another clear bump dot over the broil. So there's a wide variety of these bump dots, and mostly they're round, and their usage is highly custom. Everybody does what they need to do. They apply them however they see fit. But I was thinking about this interface, and I was wondering, maybe we can make it better. Can we change those increase and decrease buttons to shapes that are like arrows? Maybe we can change the stop button to an X shape and put that same X shape on the microwave and on the dishwasher. So wherever you go, you feel that X shape, you know that's the stop button. I like this idea. I think it's I call these things tactile icons, and it seems to make sense to me, but what do people that are visually impaired think about it? So with the help of ABVI, crowdfunding through experiment.com, and tools at the Rochester Makerspace, I was able to test 12 visually impaired people on different overlay types. We tried bump dots, we tried tactile icons, and I tried a template idea. The results of the study favored the tactile icon, so I was on the right track. But I also learned a very healthy respect for what it takes to design a good tactile icon. So I was thrilled when 19 design students at the Rochester Institute of Technology and their professor helped further tactile icon designs. They created tactile icon designs, and I brought Kay, Lisa, and Kirsten in to evaluate and provide feedback. Kay, Kirsten, and Lisa, they're from the ABVI study, and they're visually impaired. Some of the things we learned were easy. The power level on your microwave We started with a tactile icon that was a right triangle, but that shape interfered with the start button. They was too close. So we changed to a stair step, and that worked really well. Some designs, though, like the popcorn for your microwave, we use this kernel, right? The popcorn kernel. Visually, it makes a lot of sense, but from a tactile point of view, it's hard to identify. We rotated it, and kind of looks like a snowman, so that didn't work very well either. It didn't help. Now we know what not to do. There's also some really strange functions on some of these microwaves and ovens, like a chicken nugget. I mean, can you really think of a shape that makes you think of a chicken nugget? Someone suggested chicken legs. So, okay, we made 2 chicken legs, and we had Kirsten evaluate, and she said, that top icon, that's a chicken leg. I get it. That bottom icon, that's a fish. It's like, visually, they look so similar, but Kirsten is totally blind. So from a shape point of view, that makes a difference. So the bottom one, that's a fish. Now we make these, we have a great set of tactile icons, and we make these home appliance overlays. And that's working out great. It allows people to use their appliances easier. It's easier for people that are visually impaired now. I think this tactile icon idea has a wider audience. So follow me on this one. On the top, this really gives a great view of the evolution of machine controls. Because on the top, we had tactile knobs, buttons, and sliders. And on the bottom, now we've moved to touchscreens. And that sometimes can cause unfortunate circumstances. This is my car, and I was hit by someone that was distracted. Their eyes were not on the road. And with these touchscreens, not only do you have to drive the car, we use your vision to drive the car, but you need your vision to identify the controls on that touchscreen and manipulate them. So your eyes are not always on the road. Luckily, we both walked away, but that's not always the case. So this visual distraction is a type of visual impairment. And I think we're all visually impaired at some point, whether we're sighted or not. Tactile interfaces can help. So what do? Do we put bump dots on our Prius touchscreen? I don't think so. The goal really is touchscreens. The goal really is tactile surfaces that can change shape. Dynamic surfaces, that's what I call them. So if we can do that, if we can make shapes dynamically, then I think that broader idea of tactile icons and what shapes have meaning will really apply here, will be very important. Thank you very much. These are our tactile icons.